gentlemen, welcome to SceneDaily.com. I'm Steve Wade, along with my colleagues Chris Johnson and the irrepressible Lee Montgomery. We're here to talk about the Autism Speaks 400, presented by Hell of a Good, and that's a hell of a long name, I'll tell you that. But what about it, guys? Jimmie Johnson dominates the race, but really has to get involved in the scrap toward the end just to beat out Tony Stewart for the victory.
I thought it was the best finish in recent memory, not on a plate track.
Yeah.
I just thought it was fantastic, and we were here at the Scene headquarters, Limo and I, in the conference room watching on the big screen, and that cat and mouse game at the end was just fantastic. I thought it was just thrilling.
It seemed like at one point that Johnson wasn't going to be able to catch him. I think I said even, he's too far behind. He can't make that much time. And then you kept looking at the stats. He would chop off 2/10, 3/10, half second. The next thing you know, he was there. And it was a three-way battle too, because remember, Greg Biffle was leading, and then Tony Stewart caught him and passed him, and then Johnson got in there and passed them both. And it was just fantastic. Stewart, I think, did everything he could to try to hold the lead by trying different lines, but Johnson was just too strong. That move that he made off turn 2 was amazing.
Yeah, I got to remember, he was like in 8th place, I think, with 27 laps to go.
And he makes that up.
And he makes that up. He got around 6 cars pretty easily, but then, by the time 9 laps to go, I think is when Tony Stewart got around Greg Biffle, and then it took till about 3 laps to go before Johnson could get around Stewart. But the effect for Tony Stewart, that runner-up finish, hey guys, he's #1 in points.
Yeah, first time since Cole Wickie, right?
Yeah,
driver
92.
owner. I mean, that's very impressive. I don't think a lot of us forecasted the kind of success that he's had this year.
Okay, Lee, tell us about it.
Why don't you tell us all about it?
Well, I was wrong, okay? And the season's not even halfway over yet either, so remember, he could fall on his face. I know that's not going to happen, but yeah, a lot of us said, he was taking over a team, Haas CNC, that hadn't done anything in the past, and it would just take too long to get it going. Well, how long did it take? 1 race?
Yeah.
He's got it going now. He's a points leader, and his teammate Ryan Newman's 5th in points. Ryan's been the best driver in the series the last 5 races.
Right.
All that's left for those guys now is to win, and that's coming soon.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about it. Both of them are going to win a race this year. Ryan Newman finished 9th in Dover, by the way, which puts him, I think, 5th in points, is he not? Or is it 4th? Let's take a quick look. He's 5th. I was right. Hey, good for me. All right, another big story all week. Soaked up all the headlines.
I was going to say, when are we going to talk about Junior?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his new crew chief, Lance McGrew, they made their debut at Dover with a 12th place finish. Your impression, Chris?
It was interesting to listen on the radio and hear Junior actively be engaged in the conversation, and they kind of had to draw him out, at least from where I was sitting. It sounded like at first he wasn't that comfortable, but as the race went along, he picked up, and maybe that chemistry will start to evolve from week to week. I think he ran as high as 3rd yesterday, finished 12th.
Yeah.
That's a marked improvement from where that team's been running. So that's a good sign for Junior and a good sign for Junior Nation.
Yeah, first time, inside the top 25, I think, in the last 4 races. So you probably agree that that's a good move there.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what Hendrick Motorsports did was sort of Hendrickify the 88 team by putting Lance McGrew, Brian Weitzel, Rex Stump, guys that are just, they know what they're doing. Those are big reasons why Hendrick Motorsports is so good. So there's no excuse for Dale Jr. now. He's got the best that Hendrick Motorsports has.
Well, I think he said after the race that it was a little difficult at first not to have Tony Uri Jr. up there talking to him, and it was a little bit, awkward. But he said as the race went on, his confidence got stronger, and I think it benefited. So I think there's positive things for him as we move ahead. But go ahead, Chris.
I think it's one of those things, too, where you get so comfortable. It's your family, right? And you get so comfortable with somebody, and yet some of the professionalism might have gotten lost along the way. And I don't mean that to denigrate them, but they just got so comfortable. And Junior said he was reluctant at times to tell Tony about the car, so he'd get sarcastic. Because that's what you do when you're comfortable with, like us.
Yeah.
I'll get sarcastic with you.
Too often, I think.
And maybe that's not helping the performance, though.
No, in your
so
case,
let's stick to the script.
It almost seemed like, I think I noted yesterday, it almost seemed like that Dale Jr. was a little scared of the guys that he was on the radio with, and that's probably a good thing. That way he can be more professional and be a little less comfortable in the seat. What's wrong with that? He needs that after he struggled so much with family. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's recap real quick. Jimmie Johnson wins the race in an exciting fashion over Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart takes the point leads. Jeff Gordon had some hard luck, guys. Got caught in the pits. making a green flag stop, and just didn't find the handle on his car after an adjustment went the wrong way. But he's only 46 points back. We've got a long way to go. And, of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr. off to a real good start with his new crew chief, finishing 12th at Dover. That's about the wrap up for Dover right now. So next week we go to Pocono, guys. Triangular track, 2.5 miles, kind of a duckbill platypus when it comes to track instructors. But in any case, thanks for being with us here at SceneDaily.com. For Lee Montgomery and Chris Johnson, I'm Steve Wade. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
See what I have to put up with?
I don't get it.